Before we get into today's gun guide with the MP5, I gotta show you guys some clips that I have with this gun. It might potentially be the best support gun there is. At least right now, it's my favorite weapon in the entire game. Enjoy the clips. That turret turns very quick. Did you see that?
They sustained minimal losses. We need to keep defending the sector.
Kill him, teammate. Thank you.
Cover!
Sector Bravo is under enemy control.
That was insane.
Strategic beacon ready to deploy.
Objective Charlie clear.
Oh, such a nice streak. That was such a nice trick. Oh my god. So I ended up doing a lot of fine tuning on the MP5 and I ended up with actually a somewhat simple build for the MP5, but it works extremely well if you have an aggressive playstyle. Going for flanks with this build is super easy, but it's quite a specific build. I will show you guys some options in case you might not like this entirely or if you want to focus on something else. But this is the build that I ended up using for the MP5 submachine gun. So I went with the panoramic red dot sight in combination with the mycorrhizer. What I was using in a lot of clips, which also worked quite well, was remove the riser and just use... it's actually not here. Let me make the class real quick. So you remove this, then you have the optic, and then I was using the Cobra accuracy sight. So this is probably the build you see in most clips. I ended up liking the other build that I just showed a bit more, but in case you really want to copy the gun setup from most of the clips in this video, this is the build that I was using. So for the stock here, the Elite light stock control with ADS movement speed. Then I went with the drum mag. The drum mag is a must. The reload time on the drum mag is great, by the way. It was actually kind of impressive how fast this gun can reload with the drum mag. Then here with the angled combat grip, basically removing the recoil on this weapon. And then I have, this was a huge game changer for me. The Spec Ops Integral Suppressed, which makes it look like I have barely any attachments. But this one, going for flanks with this setup is absolutely amazing. Control handling improves. So basically even less recoil, range and muzzle velocity. So going for longer range target kills makes it a huge difference. You will actually notice this quite a bit when you go for mid-range targets. You have a low recoil already, and then your bullets are flying super fast. And then of course, because it's suppressed as well, you're barely appearing on the minimap. And then I went with a laser. Now let me use the calibrations, and then I will show you a little bit of a different setup in case you don't like this one that much. For the barrel, I went with increased ADS speed and increased ADS movement speed. Then here with the foregrip, I went with extra ADS movement speed and lose a little bit of stability. And then here with the stock, I went with extra ADS speed. Basically, this gun right here is an aggressive machine with low recoil, good hipfire. It basically kind of does everything well. The ADS speed might seem a little bit slow when you first jump into the game, but honestly, it's more than enough, especially when you're hip firing anyways, for most of the kills. So if you want to change the setup up a bit when you do not like the suppressed setup or you think it's unnecessary, what I also like is the stealth short barrel. So if you have that installed, I would still recommend going with the angled grip here. And then you can add 1 or 2 lasers. Honestly, 1 laser is going to be fine. This setup is very good as well. It still removes the barrel option, however, which is a little bit of a down part. So if you want to have a separate barrel, you're going to have to try that out. But this is also a very good setup in combination with this gun. What is also a good option is the performance barrel combo right here. You already have a grip with it, but you can combine this with a different barrel if you want to. And the good thing with this barrel is there's no counterparts to it. So you get increased range and muzzle velocity, which you will definitely notice. A bit of extra control, handling, stability, and accuracy. With that, you also get some extra suppressor options. In case you want to have more options on your weapon, you can try one of the other barrels. For example, with this, you get some extra slots free. But you can only add 1 laser to this. So yeah, with this setup, you can kind of mess around with the muzzle in case you want to have extra control. You can use a Poseidon flash hider, which I very personally very much like. You can still put a suppressor on it as well. I've seen a lot of players use that, get increased control. But you can mess around with the barrel a lot. I would just keep the drum mag at least, add a laser sight, that's a must. So yeah, hopefully that's giving you guys enough options for the MP5. Again, my build, if you want to copy it, go to loadout, go to import here and put my code, which is down in the description right here. It will not be this code, of course. That's the build I have right now, but it will be a different code. You can enter it right here. We'll literally copy and paste this MP5 build, which is absolutely insane. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any of the gun guide videos.